Bruce Lee, Wong Jack Man. These names echo through the halls of martial arts history. Their legendary status is cemented in a controversial and epic encounter. In 1964, these two masters of combat clashed in a fight that would forever change the landscape of martial arts. This wasn't just a fight, it was a cultural clash. It pitted tradition against innovation. This is the story of that fight and its enduring legacy. 1960s San Francisco was a melting pot of cultures. The city's Chinatown pulsed with the energy of newly arrived immigrants. Many brought with them their own martial arts traditions. Kung Fu, with its various styles and lineages, was a source of pride and identity. Schools sprang up, each teaching a unique approach to combat. Amidst this vibrant scene, a palpable tension simmered. Traditionalists, often older masters, held fast to the ancient forms. They emphasized discipline, respect for lineage, and the mastery of established techniques. They viewed their art as sacred, passed down through generations. However, a new generation of martial artists emerged. They yearned for a more practical and adaptable approach to fighting. Bruce Lee found himself at the heart of this conflict. His revolutionary ideas about martial arts challenged the very foundation of traditional teachings. He advocated for adaptability, fluidity, and the rejection of rigid forms. This approach, which would later become Jeet Kune Do, was seen as heresy by some. The San Francisco martial arts scene became a battleground for these competing ideologies. It was a crucible where tradition and innovation collided, and at the center of this storm stood Bruce Lee and Wong Jack Man, ready to test their beliefs in the ultimate proving ground, a fight. Bruce Lee was more than just a martial artist. He was a philosopher, an innovator, and a visionary. His influence extended far beyond the realm of martial arts, touching on various aspects of life and personal development. Born in San Francisco but raised in the bustling streets of Hong Kong, Bruce Lee's early life was a blend of Eastern and Western cultures. He trained in Wing Chun Kung Fu under the legendary Master IP Man, a discipline that would lay the foundation for his future endeavors. However, Lee's inquisitive mind and relentless pursuit of effectiveness led him to question the limitations of traditional styles. He was not content with merely mastering a single form. He sought to understand the essence of combat itself. He saw beauty and value in their forms, but he also saw their limitations in real-world combat. Traditional techniques, while elegant and precise, often lack the adaptability needed in unpredictable situations. Lee's philosophy, Jeet Kune Do, which translates to the way of the intercepting fist, was his answer to these perceived limitations. It was not just a new style, but a new way of thinking about martial arts. It was a fluid and adaptable system that encouraged practitioners to absorb what is useful from any style and discard what was not. This approach was revolutionary, emphasizing practicality and efficiency over tradition. This eclectic approach, while groundbreaking, was met with resistance from some corners of the traditional martial arts world. Many practitioners were deeply rooted in their ways, seeing any deviation as a threat to their heritage. Many saw it as disrespectful, a dilution of the art form's rich history and lineage. They believed that the purity of their techniques was being compromised by Lee's unorthodox methods. Despite the criticism, Lee's charisma and undeniable skill attracted a loyal following. His ability to connect with people and convey his ideas clearly made him a beloved figure among his students. Students flocked to his teachings, eager to learn his innovative methods. They were drawn to his vision of a more practical and effective approach to martial arts, one that could be applied in real-life situations. His school in Oakland became a hub for those seeking a more practical and effective approach to self-defense. It was a place where traditional boundaries were pushed and new ideas were welcomed. However, his outspoken criticism of traditional styles and his growing popularity made him a target. The more he spoke out, the more he attracted both admirers and detractors. Many traditionalists saw him as a threat, a brash young upstart, challenging their authority. They viewed his methods as a direct challenge to the established order. The stage was set for a confrontation. The tension between Bruce Lee's revolutionary ideas and the traditional martial arts community was palpable. The clash between Bruce Lee's revolutionary ideas and the established order of traditional martial arts was inevitable. It was a battle not just of physical prowess, but of ideologies, and it was a confrontation that would be settled in the heat of battle. This showdown would not only test Lee's skills, but also the very principles he stood for. marking a pivotal moment in the history of martial arts. Section 4: Tradition meets innovation, a clash of styles. The martial arts world of the 1960s was deeply rooted in tradition. It was a time when the ancient ways were held in high regard, and the teachings of the masters were followed with unwavering dedication. Styles like Northern Shaolin, Southern Shaolin, Wing Chun, and others, each with their lineage and forms, were meticulously preserved and passed down through generations. These styles were more than just methods of combat, they were living histories, each move and stance a testament to the wisdom of the past. These styles emphasized discipline, respect, and the mastery of specific techniques. Students would spend years, sometimes decades, perfecting their craft under the watchful eyes of their masters, learning not just how to fight, but how to live with honor and integrity. They were not just fighting systems, they were cultural treasures embodying philosophical and spiritual elements. The practice of martial arts was a journey of self-discovery, a path to enlightenment that required patience, perseverance, and a deep respect for tradition. Bruce Lee's approach, however, was a radical departure. He saw the limitations in the traditional methods and sought to break free from the constraints that he believed were holding martial artists back. Jeet Kune Do was not a style in the traditional sense. It was a philosophy, a way of thinking about combat that transcended the limitations of any single style. Lee believed that martial arts should be fluid, adaptable, and ever-evolving. It was a philosophy, a way of thinking about combat that transcended the limitations of any single style. Lee believed in using no way as way, meaning that a practitioner should be free to adapt and flow, to use whatever technique worked best in the moment, regardless of its origin. This was a revolutionary idea that challenged the very foundation of traditional martial arts. Lee believed in using no way as way, meaning that a practitioner should be free to adapt and flow, to use whatever technique worked best in the moment, regardless of its origin. This approach required a deep understanding of various martial arts styles and the ability to seamlessly integrate them into a cohesive whole. This clash between tradition and innovation was at the heart of the tension between Bruce Lee and Wong Jack Man. Their confrontation was more than just a physical battle, it was a philosophical debate played out in the arena of combat. Wong, a highly respected master of Northern Shaolin Kung Fu, represented the established order. He was a guardian of the old ways, a symbol of the rich heritage that had been passed down through the ages. He had trained for years in the traditional methods, mastering its forms and techniques. His dedication to the art was unwavering, and he believed in the power and effectiveness of the traditional ways. His style emphasized powerful strikes, intricate footwork, and the use of traditional weapons. Each movement was a blend of strength and grace, honed through countless hours of practice and discipline. Lee, on the other hand, represented the future, a future where martial arts were not bound by rigid rules and styles, but were constantly evolving and adapting to the demands of real-world combat. He believed that the true essence of martial arts lay in its ability to adapt and change. His approach emphasized speed, fluidity, and the ability to blend different techniques seamlessly. Lee's vision was of a martial art that was dynamic, responsive, and capable of meeting any challenge. The fight between these two masters was not just a contest of physical skill, it was a symbolic battle between two opposing forces shaping the future of martial arts. It was a moment where the past and the future collided, each vying for dominance, each believing in the righteousness of their path. The outcome of this clash would resonate through the martial arts world, influencing generations to come. Section 5: The Dragon and the Tiger Masters of Their Craft. Bruce Lee, the Little Dragon, was already a rising star in the martial arts world. His charisma, showmanship, and undeniable skill made him a captivating figure. Trained in Wing Chun and deeply immersed in various other styles, Lee possessed incredible speed, agility, and power. His one-inch punch, a demonstration of devastating power generated from an almost imperceptible distance, became legendary. Lee's philosophy of Jeet Kune Do, though still in its developmental stages, informed his fighting style. He moved with an explosive grace, seamlessly blending techniques from different disciplines. He was unpredictable, lightning fast, and incredibly dangerous. Wong Jack Man, the Tiger of South Bay, was a highly respected master of northern Shaolin Kung Fu. Known for his humility and traditional values, Wong was a formidable opponent. His years of rigorous training were evident in his mastery of long-range techniques, powerful kicks, and intricate footwork. Wong's fighting style was characterized by its elegance and precision, a testament to the discipline and dedication required by traditional Kung Fu. The upcoming fight between these two masters was a clash of titans. Lee, the young innovator, challenged the established order with his revolutionary approach to martial arts. Wong, the seasoned traditionalist, was determined to defend the honor of his lineage and the integrity of Kung Fu. Both fighters possessed incredible skill and unwavering determination, setting the stage for a battle that would be remembered for generations to come. Section 6. A fight for honor, legacy, and the future of Kung Fu. The tension surrounding the fight was palpable. Every breath, every movement, and every glance carried the weight of history and the promise of the future. The air was thick with anticipation, as if the very walls of the arena were holding their breath. Bruce Lee's challenge to the traditional martial arts community had not gone unnoticed. His bold statements and revolutionary ideas had stirred the pot, creating ripples that reached far beyond the confines of the martial arts world. His public criticisms of traditional styles and his growing popularity ruffled feathers among some of the established masters in San Francisco's Chinatown. The community, steeped in tradition and pride, saw Lee's approach as a direct threat to their way of life. For many traditionalists, this fight was about more than just personal pride. It was about defending the honor and legacy of their martial arts lineage. It was a battle to preserve the teachings and philosophies passed down through generations. Wong Jack Man, a respected figure in the community, was chosen to face Lee. The stakes were high. Wong was not just fighting for himself, but for the entire traditional martial arts community that looked up to him. A loss to this brash young upstart would be a blow to the prestige of traditional Kung Fu. It would signify a shift in power and respect, a change that many were not ready to accept. Wong, though known for his humility, understood the weight of expectation on his shoulders. He was a man of few words, but his actions spoke volumes. The community's hopes and fears were intertwined with his every move. He was fighting not just for himself, but for the generations of masters who came before him. Each strike, each block was a tribute to the legacy of his ancestors, a testament to the enduring spirit of traditional Kung Fu. For Bruce Lee, the fight was a chance to prove the effectiveness of his evolving Jeet Kune Do philosophy. He saw this as an opportunity to demonstrate that martial arts could be more than just a set of rigid forms and techniques. He believed that martial arts should be practical, adaptable, and free from the constraints of rigid styles. Lee's vision was one of fluidity and innovation, where the martial artist could adapt to any situation. A victory against a respected master like Wong Jack Man would validate his ideas and silence his critics. It would be a powerful statement that his approach was not only valid, but superior. It was a chance to usher in a new era of martial arts, one where effectiveness trumped tradition. Lee's vision was revolutionary, and a win would pave the way for a new generation of martial artists. Beyond the personal stakes, the fight represented a clash of ideologies. It was a confrontation between the old and the new, between tradition and innovation. It was tradition versus innovation, the old guard against the new wave. The outcome would determine which philosophy would dominate the future of martial arts. The outcome of this fight had the potential to shape the future of martial arts. Would tradition hold sway? Would the time-honored techniques and philosophies continue to reign supreme? Or would innovation pave the way for a new era? Would the adaptable, practical approach of Jeet Kune Do become the new standard? The answer lay in the hands of these two masters, ready to put their skills and beliefs to the ultimate test. The world watched with bated breath, knowing that the outcome would resonate far beyond the confines of the arena.